as Muslims. The fifth thing is أن يبدأ بالأهم في الأهم. You start with the important things. You start with the important things for the people. حسب البيئة. It's whatever that's affecting their selves or affecting their communities or affecting their beings. And it's called, and the fuqaha, they know this, and they mention that this is called fiqh al-awwaliyat, awlawiyat. That's what it's called. The jurisprudence or the fiqh of the awlawiyat, meaning you start with what is important. It's really, sometimes people, they try to give da'wah, but they tell a girl, for example, they say, cover your hair. She doesn't even pray yet. How do you expect her to cover her hair if she doesn't pray? It's fiqh al-awwaliyat. You have to start with the ones that are things that are more important. Maybe if she starts praying, she'll start fearing Allah and getting used to that thing being on her head. So it's called fiqh al-awwaliyat. You start with these things. You see a person that's dragging his pants and you say, brother, it's good. You remind them to pick up your izar, but if you know that he doesn't pray, you may want to start with that first. It's okay for you to tell him to pick up your izar. There's no problem with that. It's just you might want to start with asking, if you know this individual, if you know him. But if you don't know him, because some people have a misconception and they say, you can't tell people to do things and you don't really know them. No, you see someone drinking with his left, you say, brother, you should drink with your right. And they say, well, you don't know, and how could you start with this? And you don't even know if he prays or he doesn't pray, or you should start with that, and you should start with tawheed. Okay, that's fine, but I don't know this person. I only know that, I only know that, he was drinking with his left. That's the only time I see him. I know he's Muslim, but so you ask him or tell him to drink with your right. So this masail of aqidah and these usul, these masail, these matters of aqidah and creed and methodology, and these matters of fundamentals of the religion, تأتي في المقام الأول. They come in the first category. They come as your first thing that you should understand and that you should teach the people. And this is mentioned by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ when he did what? He sent who to Yemen? Who does the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ know that he sent to Yemen? And he told them to call the people of Yemen. Even though I'm from Yemen, so be careful. Shaykh Hassan, who did the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ sent to Yemen? You know him.
Yeah, and I said.
Okay. Yeah, we'll excuse you because you're a senior citizen discount. Yeah, they have a big masjid, over there that this Sahabi built, and it's still there, subhanAllah. It's still there. Well, they said it was him, Allah alam. But it's still there. Come on. You guys have to know who was sent to these areas of the world, and we have to know why they were sent. No, even though he was from Yemen, but it wasn't him. He sent Mu'adh ibn Jabal. Mu'adh ibn Jabal. The Prophet sent Mu'adh ibn Jabal. He sent another Sahabi, Abi Musa al-Ash'ari. He's also from Yemen. We take pride in this. He sent Mu'adh and he said, "Sata'ti ila unasun min ahl al-kitab." He said, you will come to a people that are people of the book, meaning they were Jew and Christian. Right? He says, فَأَوَّلْ مَا تَدْعُوهُمْ إِلَيْهِ La ilaha illallah. The first thing you call them to is La ilaha illallah. If they accept this from you, then you call them to iqamat as-salah. Then if they accept this from you, you tell them that they have to give charity and they have to give their zakat and so forth and so on. So it's steps. That's the steps. And that's the da'wah. That's the da'wah. This is what we start our da'wah upon. That's why these little crazy interfaith people, unfortunately, they call people to this interfaith movement that Gandhi started, or Lord knows who, right? And they say, interfaith, we're all one people, we should come together and eat some Krispy Kreme donuts and have some coffee and pat each other on the back and talk for a little bit and go home, and there we're one people and we're one nation, we're one children of God. Wal-'iyadhu billah. The Quran, one of the names of the Quran is Al-Furqan. It's a dividend. It'll slice you in half. It's a dividend. It's a divider between the truth and the falsehood. You tired of? It's a dividend. It's a divider between truth and falsehood. The prophets, they came to divide the people between a believer and a non-believer. This is what their da'wah came to do. To establish this. Establish this fact. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So this is the awwal. If you want to know if a person, his da'wah is a deviant da'wah, and he doesn't establish his da'wah based upon tawheed. This is the da'wah of the prophets. This is the da'wah that you start with. Ad'u ila Allah ala basiratin ana wa man ittaba'ani. This is what Allah, or the Prophet sent all of his prophets for. To make tawheed of Allah. And with some ignorant people, they say, we're all muwahhideen, man. We're all Muslims, and we're all, we're all monotheistic people. Leave us alone. We've heard it before. This is what they say, wal-iyadhu billah. And they don't know that Ibrahim alayhi salam, or they kind of forget that Ibrahim alayhi salam himself, he who broke the statues with his hand, who built the house, rebuilt the house of Allah. He asked Allah, وَجْنُبْنِي وَبَنِيَ أَن نَعْبُدَ الْأَصْنَامِ. Subhanallah. He asked Allah to keep him and his sons and his offspring away from worshipping these statues. And he broke them with his hand. You take this phone, you break it. You're asking Allah not to allow you to go picking up, the pieces back and putting it together. Subhanallah. That's how that sounds like. Yeah, with whatever he broke it with, he just broke them with something. So, this matter of tawheed is something very serious. And if a person comes and tells us, oh, you know what, yeah, tawheed, yeah, we understand, but there's bigger problems. What? Excuse me? There's bigger problems there's a bigger problem than tawheed? Or there's a bigger problem, I should say, than shirk, which is opposite in tawheed? This shirk, this evil deed, this major sin, this deed that is not going to be accepted, or person, if he repents, is not going to be accepted by Allah. And whoever dies in that category is a mushrik. And you mean to tell me that there's more major problems? Name me one country right now in the Muslim Ummah who doesn't have this shirk. Name me one. One. I dare anyone. That doesn't have no shirk in it. Or I should say country on the face of this earth. Muslim country. On the face of this earth that doesn't have shirk. People are disaffiliating or associating partners with Allah. Wal-iyadhu billah. And people tell us that shirk is gone. It's left. It's a long time ago. Shirk was 7th century, man. You're so late, it's not even funny. This is what they say. They say shirk is over with. ذهب شرك الأوثان وما بقي إلا. They say ذهب ولا الشرك الخرافي وما بقي إلا الوثن السياسي. They said the idols of shirk and adultery and paganism has left. All we have now is the statues and the idols of the bodies of government and the heads of state.
Is it the shirk in its major capacity, or the shirk that people do no matter?
Sorry?
I mean, you said a country that does not practice shirk, right? Are you talking about the shirk in its major capacity, or in the individual capacity?
Oh, of course, individual. I mean, any type of shirk. Any type of shirk at all. There's shirk everywhere. We look at left right now, there's shirk. Or we go back to the brothers in Yemen, I know that there's shirk because I seen it. In Egypt, I know, seen it.